Views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
Good morning. Saxons have a big win, 3 straight for them. And the CID corruption probe has been forwarded to the Department of Public Prosecutions for review, Fernandez says. And a new suspect has been arrested in the Adriel Moxie murder case. That's all straight ahead this morning. I'm Chester Robards filling in for Dwight Strachan, and this is Morning Blend.
Wake up, it's a new day. It's the start of a new way. Don't you know that it's the start of the end of the old way. Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
Good morning again, Bahamas. It is Friday, December 27th, 2024. This is Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. Again, I'm Chester Robards filling in for Dwight Strachan. In a moment, Laverne Gardner will be joining me. Also this morning, we're having Morning Blend business. But first, it's time for the overnight, the latest breaking news from while you were sleeping in the top national and international headlines this morning. The overnight, Shell Saxon Superstars secured 3 straight victories in the Boxing Day John Canoe Parade, proving unstoppable in a year that saw its longtime rival, the Valley Boys, split, marking a months-long controversy. The Saxons won Boxing Day 2023, New Year's 2024, and sealed the Boxing Day 2024 win under the theme Masquerade of Nations, the mystique behind the mask. Group members donned costumes inspired by masks from around the world, drawing on the beauty of cultures and histories from Trinidad, Mexico, Angola, Europe, and beyond. In its stunning display of creativity and dedication to the art, the Saxons earned 92.06 points, winning several categories, including Best Shirley Street Performance, Best Overall Performance, Best Music, Best Banner, Best Step-Down Costume, and Best Lead Costume. Roots came in second with 88.7 points under the theme Welcome to Jamaica. Roots won Best Choreography, Best Free Dance, and Best Overall Costume. Under the theme France, the world-famous Valley Boys got third place with 86.87 points in a performance that for many was anticlimactic after months of commotion over the group's split. And police have forwarded the file on the investigation into alleged corruption at the Criminal Investigations Department to the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions for a recommendation on further action, Commissioner of Police Clayton Fernandez said yesterday. Chief Superintendent Michael Johnson, who headed CID, is on garden leave pending the outcome of the investigation. He is still receiving his pay and benefits. Fernandez said the investigators looked into various lines of inquiry and feel good about the case. He said, quote, "What I want to say to the Bahamian people, the chief investigator in the matter has since handed over the file to the DPP office late last week for her viewing and recommendation," Fernandez told reporters at the Boxing Day John Canoe Parade. He said, quote, "So just stand by for that. I think we are on track, as I indicated before the year is out." And Commissioner of Police Clayton Fernandez said yesterday that a suspect should be charged as early as next week for the murder of 12-year-old Adriel Moxie. His statement came a day after the Royal Bahamas Police Force announced that a new suspect, a 38-year-old man, was arrested for the child's murder. Police also said the forensic evidence had ruled out a man detained at Sandilands Rehabilitation Center who had previously been a suspect, adding that he was no longer a person of interest in the case. Fernandez spoke to reporters on the sidelines of the Boxing Day Junkanoo Parade and was asked about the new suspect. He said, quote, "You have different lines of inquiries," he said. "I always say that an investigation is like a puzzle. As you move, you find a piece, you put a piece there, and eventually you will come up with a perfect photo, and that's exactly what happened." And a man who pleaded guilty to 2 carjackings was sentenced to 6 years in prison after taking a plea deal. Nathan Williams, otherwise known as Chinaman, pleaded guilty to 2 counts of armed robbery when he appeared before Justice Joyanne Ferguson. On July 31st, 2022, Sylvia Poitier was at a home on Peach Street when another car pulled up behind her 2011's Honda Stream. A gunman then ordered Poitier out of the car and drove off in the stolen vehicle. Similarly, on May 21st, 2021, Nathan R. Williams was ordered out of his 2004 Cadillac SUV near a convenience store in New Providence. The robber also took an Alcatel cell phone. Several days later, police arrested Williams. In international news, China's leader Xi Jinping wants the recent spree of mass killings that shocked the country not to happen again. He ordered local governments to prevent future extreme cases. The attacks, where drivers mow down people on foot or knife-wielding assailants stab multiple victims, are not new in China, but the latest surge drew attention. Local officials were quick to vow to examine all sorts of personal disputes that could trigger aggression, from marital troubles to disagreements over inheritance. The increasing reach into people's private lives raises concern at a time when the Chinese state has already tightened its grip over all social and political aspects in the East Asian nation. Revenge on society crimes. This is how people in China label these attacks. In November alone, 3 took place. A man struck people at an elementary school in Hunan province, wounding 30 after suffering investment losses. A student who failed his examination stabbed and killed 8 at a vocational school in the city of Yixing. The most victims, 35 people, resulted from a man mowing down a crowd in the southern city of Zhuhai, supposedly upset over his divorce. And Ukraine's military intelligence says North Korean troops are suffering heavy battlefield losses. North Korean troops are suffering those losses in the fighting in Russia's Kursk region and facing logistical difficulties as a result of Ukrainian attacks, Ukraine's military intelligence said Thursday. The intelligence agency, known under its acronym GUR, GUR, said Ukrainian missiles near Novoivivonka inflicted heavy casualties on North Korean units. It said North Korean troops also face supply issues and even shortages of drinking water. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said earlier this week that 3,000 North Korean troops have been killed and wounded in the fighting in the Kursk region. It marked the first significant estimate by Ukraine of North Korean casualties, several weeks after Kyiv announced that North Korea had sent 10,000 to 12,000 troops to Russia to help it in the almost 3-year war. The casualty disclosure came as the Biden administration was pressing to send as much military aid as possible to Ukraine before President-elect Donald Trump takes over in January. Let's take a look at sports. And a couple of female sports stars had two of the greatest years in the history of sports in the country, making it extremely difficult to choose between the two for Senior Female Athlete of the Year. At the end of the day, Jonquel J.J. Jones, being pace setter in women's basketball in the country, reaching heights never attained before and continuing to dominate among the sport's best stars, pushed her over the top. Jones earned her second Nassau Guardian Senior Female Athlete of the Year honor in the last 4 years, ending the year as a champion in the Women's National Basketball Association for the first time in her 9-year career, and carting off the Most Valuable Player award in those finals. Jones ended the voting process just 1 point ahead of world record holder and world indoor champion in the women's 60-meter hurdles, Devin Charlton. You can find that list of athletes of the year in the sports section of the Nassau Guardian. And Klay Thompson, the son of Bahamian basketball legend Michael Sweetbells Thompson, continues to make strides in the National Basketball Association. Thompson, the sharpshooting guard of the Dallas Mavericks, reached a significant career milestone on Christmas Day, surpassing one of his NBA idols, Reggie Miller, on the all-time three-pointers made list. Thompson is now into the top 5, passing the legendary Miller, who held the record for 11 years before Ray Allen passed him in 2011. Steph Curry surpassed Allen in 2021 and could realistically take the record into another stratosphere. Since 2021, multiple players have broken Miller's previous record, 2,560 three-point field goals. And in international sports news, Caitlin Clark, she's the winner of the AP's Female Athlete of the Year. She raised the profile of women's basketball to unprecedented levels in both the college ranks and the WNBA, and Tuesday she was named the AP Athlete of the Year for her impact on and off the court. After leading Iowa to the national championship game, Clark was the top pick in the WNBA draft as expected and went on to win Rookie of the Year honors in the league. Fans packed sold-out arenas and millions of television viewers tuned in to follow her journey. Clark's exploits were far-reaching, casting a light on other women's sports leagues along the way. A group of 74 sports journalists from the Associated Press and its members voted on the award. Clark received 35 votes. Olympic gymnast Simone Biles was second with 25, and boxer Iman Khelif was third, getting 4 votes. Clark is only the 4th women's basketball player to be honored as the Female Athlete of the Year since it was first presented in 1931. And at least 65 million people tuned in for the Netflix NFL Christmas Day games. NBA holiday ratings also skyrocketed. LeBron James and the NBA are going to have to make room for the NFL on Christmas. That shouldn't be a problem, with both leagues were winners on Wednesday. Netflix set records as the most streamed NFL games in U.S. history, while the NBA had its best holiday numbers in 5 years, according to Nielsen. The NFL and Nielsen said 65 million U.S. viewers tuned in for at least 1 minute of the 2 NFL games. The Baltimore Ravens' 31-2 victory over the Houston Texans averaged 24.3 million, while Kansas City's 29-10 win at Pittsburgh averaged 24.1 million, according to early viewer figures released by Nielsen on Thursday. That's sports, and that's the overnight. Time for your first look at weather. And your general situation, a sluggish frontal boundary will move across the northern regions and portions of the central Bahamas today, supporting a few showers and locally cloudy conditions. A high-pressure system moving off of the northeastern U.S. coastline will extend a ridge of high pressure into the forecast area, allowing fresh to strong winds to pulse across the islands through tonight. Your outlook, building high pressure and brisk breezes will dominate weather conditions heading into the weekend as the front is nudged south of the Bahamas by Saturday evening. The high will remain quasi-stationary to the northwest of Bermuda before drifting further eastwards early next week. On Monday, a weak frontal boundary will meander across the northern Bahamas before sliding eastward into the Atlantic. Slightly higher seasonal temperatures are expected ahead of a possible New Year's Day cold front that will move into the area on Wednesday and Thursday. Beachgoers visiting Atlantic shorelines are advised to remain onshore due to the increasing risk of dangerous rip currents in these areas. Elsewhere, beachgoers should exercise caution due to the slight moderate risk of rip currents mainly affecting northern and eastern shorelines. For the northern Bahamas, weather partly cloudy to cloudy today, turning fair and mostly fair tonight. A 20 to 30% chance of showers, winds east-northeast to east-southeast at 15 to 20 knots. Your high temperature 81 degrees Fahrenheit, your low 72 degrees Fahrenheit. For the northwest Bahamas, partly cloudy to cloudy, a 10 to 20% chance of showers, increasing to 30 to 40 by this afternoon. Winds easterly at 15 to 20 knots, your high temperature 79 degrees, your low 72. For the central Bahamas, partly sunny today, turning partly cloudy tonight. A 10 to 20% chance of showers today, increasing 20 to 40% tonight. Winds easterly at 15 to 20 knots, but gusty at times. Your high temperature 81 degrees Fahrenheit, your low 73. And for the southeast Bahamas, partly sunny today, turning mostly fair tonight. 10 to 30% chance of showers. Winds northeast at 15 knots today, increase 15 to 25 knots tonight. Your high temperature 82 degrees Fahrenheit, your low 73 degrees Fahrenheit. That's your weather. We'll have extended forecast later for you in the show. When we come back discussing some of the day's top stories, that's when Morning Blend continues here on Guardian Radio 96.9, home of fresh news and smart talk all day.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
Tired of banks forcing you to use technology to bank the way they want you to? Your convenience is important. So no matter what your banking needs, Commonwealth Bank's friendly staff are always available in branch for that personal one-on-one service. But when you choose technology, our online and mobile banking app offers you state-of-the-art functionality. The choice is yours. Commonwealth Bank. Bank the way you want.
Looking to elevate your gadget game, or are tech troubles simply slowing you down? Escape to a world of innovation at Custom Computers, your go-to store for the latest cutting-edge tech. Whether you need to upgrade your life with the best from Apple and Windows, or your device needs a little TLC, the Custom Computers Know-How Store is the destination for unbeatable expertise and quality repairs. With 2 convenient locations, there's a Custom Computers near you on Patton Street in Palmdale and Caves Village, or call 396-1100.
Around the world, Cleveland Clinic is recognized as a leader in healthcare. Our team of experts relentlessly pursues the best for our patients. From groundbreaking cancer research to state-of-the-art heart surgery, life-saving innovations happen here every day. When it's time to travel for your health, it's time to travel to Cleveland Clinic. Your destination for care. For every care in the world. To learn more, visit clevelandclinic.org/Caribbean.
This Christmas, my husband put a smile on my face. He caught the store-wide sale on now at the Paint Place. With brands like Richards and Benjamin Moore, the Paint Place had the perfect color and he was out the door. Now their front room is fabulous. What a surprise! Cranberry red. I couldn't believe my eyes.
Ho, ho, ho.
Make the holidays magical. Get 20% off store-wide during the Christmas sale at the Paint Place. When you've got to paint it right the first time. Net items excluded.
This holiday season, stay connected to the ones you love with Alive. Switch today and get 5 gigabytes of data free with your first 30-day plan. Whether you're sharing holiday moments or enjoying Junkanoo Bay, Alive keeps you connected all season long. Visit BeAlive.com to make the switch today. It's good to be alive.
You try to rest, but roll with the best. For all your printing needs, there ain't no one better, no. For posters and banners, magazines and flyers. For window decals, greeting cards and newsletters. No job too big and there's no job too small. You name it, we can print it, just give us a call. Let Print Masters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located in the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
This Christmas, Fidelity Bank is still the one. With one easy monthly payment, one fantastic way to save, and one chance to win $5,000 in extra cash. Make that move to Fidelity Bank and apply for a personal loan for a chance to win extra cash today. Call 356-7764 for more details.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day. It's the start of a new way.
Good morning. Welcome back to Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. We're streaming live on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app for your smart devices and on your televisions on Cable Bahamas Channel 969 or BTC Flow Channel 612. You can join our conversation today. You can text us on the Guardian Radio text line powered by BTC. Text us at 422-GR96. That's 422-4796. Standard text rates do apply. You can call us 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259, 242-300-5720. Also coming up this morning, more weather and traffic. And we have business news coming up in Morning Blend Business at 9 a.m. But first, it's time to talk about what's in the news. We got Laverne? And in the news, we got, while we wait for Laverne to join us, tell me what you think. Results. I see nobody talk about nothing about cheating or anything this year online so far. So, what do you think about the results? Saxons securing 3 straight victories, and Saxons win was part of a prediction by our producer. So he has the know-all, tell-all of Junkanoo. What did you think? How did they look? What did you think about the 2 different Valley Boys groups? Let us know. Let's read the rest of this story. The world-famous Valley Boys, led by Brian Adderley. The Way Forward Valley Boys, led by Trevor Davis. They were prevented from competing in the A category, but performed in the fun category. While the politics of the Valley Boys split was a top concern leading into the parades, with the Junkanoo Corporation of New Providence even threatening the postponement of the events at one point, both groups yesterday morning left many spectators underwhelmed. Showcasing the theme Coastal Paradise, Explore, Enjoy, and Save Our Beaches, won with 86.65 points. Genesis, which presented its theme Echoes of Polynesia, Spirit of the Islands, finished 5th with 84.32 points. Music Makers finished 6th with 59.55 points under the theme Heaven's Guardians, and finishing 7th with 34.87 points to Prodigal Sons, whose theme was 50 Years of Greatness, a Golden Jubilee celebration. And in the B division, Fancy Dancers finished 1st, followed by Colors and the Immortals. And those Valley Boys people were quiet. They quiet now. Why are they so quiet? And right before the end of the year, which everybody was kind of waiting with bated breath on, the commissioner says that corruption probe into Chief Superintendent Michael Johnson has been forwarded to the department, the Director of Public Prosecution's office for further action. So now we still got to wait and see what comes out of that. And Fernanda told reporters at the Boxing Day Junkanoo parade that we are to stand by, because he says, I think we are on track, as I indicated, before the year is out. I mean, it's out of your hands now, I guess. I mean, so when they deliberate and make their decision, then the DPP can tell them what to do after that. And a new suspect arrested in the Adriel Moxie case. As everyone feared in the first days after that horrible murder. I mean, there were so many people saying, oh, I hope they got the right person. Boy, I hope they got the right person. Turns out all of your fears were correct. They didn't have the right person. And they know that now because apparently the DNA results came back. So, or I shouldn't say that. They say forensic evidence. So whatever that is. I saw the phone. Y'all could call back, This person says, this is a text message, when does Mr. Fernandez's resignation come into effect? I have no idea. This person says, a plea deal for 3 years for each armed carjacking with a gun, and nothing said about the driver of the cars that the convicted persons came out of. This place is really a joke, and no wonder crime is rampant. Wow. Yeah. Let's take this call, see what this call is saying. Yeah, let's do that. Good morning, caller. Welcome to Morning Blend.
Morning.
I was waiting. I was wondering.
I know you was waiting. I see you throwing your little smile back from around the curve about me a little while ago. Wonder why these Valley Boys quiet. But first of all, protocol, happy belated Christmas.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Merry Christmas
and to everybody
you
out there.
Everyone else.
And I would really like to thank, no commercial or nothing, but it was really worth it. I would really like to thank Mr. Lincoln Bain and his deputy, Veronica McIver, and they made, because I'm a handicapped person, they made my Christmas worthwhile. You understand? And I would really generous gift certificate that they issued. Now,
very nice.
Everything was accomplished yesterday, Chester.
Mm-hmm.
We was congratulating the Saxons before the parade, really, because the big dogs we split in half,
mm-hmm.
and in that condition we would have been able to dethrone the Saxons and them. But the Saxons well-deserved victory. I thought one family was going to get second, but Roots put it down with that music.
Mm.
The world famous Valley Boys, they did a good showing. We wasn't expecting that either, but they did a good showing. And the way forward, Valley Boys, we did exactly what we wanted to do yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a victory for all. We wanted to prove to the nation that we have viable A group, not F group, but all them funny things, and that we're capable of doing what we need to do in the future. So everybody had a little piece of victory yesterday.
Excellent. It sounds like...
You have any further questions, Your Honor?
I mean, it sounds like... It kind of sounds like water under the bridge coming from you.
It is what it is.
Yeah,
the only thing we have to do now on the way forward is we got to get this name settled as quickly as possible, and we have to go to elections as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
That's plan B for us. You see?
Yeah. What's New Year's going to be looking like?
Well, New Year's, we're doing a fun theme with, like a Saturday matinee type thing. With the Bugs Bunnies and, the stuff like that for the
That
kids.
should be cool.
We'll be doing that. And then the world famous Valley Boys, the costume that they're bringing and depicting Bible stories was what I put together and created for them in January. It's just that I so happened to land on the other side.
Yeah.
But then everything went well yesterday. The fans, I'm sure they was happy that he was with William as all. The other side, everybody got from their groups what they needed to get.
Yeah.
So I'm satisfied. I'm totally satisfied.
Good. I'm glad.
Oh.
I appreciate you calling.
Man. Okay.
And Happy New Year when it roll around.
Oh, yeah. Same to you and everybody out there.
Okay, my brother.
In the Bahamas.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, Jester.
And you heard it. Everybody was congratulating the Saxons before they even hit the street. They must have looked pretty good. They're on the side of the road. And the pictures are looking very good. We got Laverne there. Yeah. And yeah, that texter is talking about this story. I could finish that story. So this robber got a 6-year probation as part of a plea deal. Says a man who pleaded guilty to 2 carjackings was sentenced to 6 years in prison after taking a plea deal. Okay. Wait a second now. Either the headline or the lead wrong. One of them. Okay, let's take this call. Good morning, caller. Welcome to Morning Blend.
Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning. How you doing?
Well, I really wish we could take the junk out of Junkanoo and move forward. But my lesson from this experience, it shows how when you're not together and you're divided, and some people are saying politics got involved because of, family members and relationship to leaders and all that stuff, and that may play a role. But it's a clear indication that the country should learn from this. If we are divided, we lose globally as the way the Valley Boys lose, being divided. And I think the country to unite and not be trying to be divisive and tearing down, see?
Yeah.
Because it probably shows up in your performance. It does in life. It does in everywhere, when you are divided, because you can't be clear. So I think that's the lesson I took from that. What you think?
Yeah, no, I'm for that. I'm for that.
Yeah. And I'm kind of sad for particularly some of the family members who were unable to afford something for their kids because we follow this Santa foolishness. And I can imagine what Santa would be saying if you really were able to see what's going on this planet called Earth. Because some of my alien friends tell me that we are really not humans. The way we behave, fighting one another, you're lying to one another, leading all this downward lifestyle. So perhaps the aliens are looking down on us and saying, you know what? There's no reason to go there to planet Earth because those people are uncivilized.
Yeah.
And you look what's going on in the East and has been going on. And even in Jerusalem, where Christ was born, there were wars going on Christmas Day. So I kind of wonder what trace he left there when he traveled through those parts, because apparently every place where he walked is catching hell today.
Yeah.
And that's my take.
Yep. Appreciate that.
All right.
Well, the Bible talk about some time of peace, but we got to go through strife before that. So if you follow in biblical prophecy, why would you be surprised about the state of the world? That's why Christ came, to redeem the people who causing crisis and who in crisis. So this text message says, after the Valley Civil War, I hope cooler heads can prevail and they can get back to the table. One group has the music, and one group has the costumes. Let's get it together, Valley boys. Valley in your belly forever. Ah, Lord. Ah, Lord. That make it hard, eh? Valley in your belly. Ain't no more of that. You got a whole name to say in your belly. A long name. Okay, so let me fix this robber story now. So the robber got 6 years in prison, and upon his release will be on probation for 2 years. So the headline says robber gets 6 years in probation as part of a plea deal. So no, you got 6 years in prison for these carjackings, these armed carjackings. And when he's released, he'll get 2 years of probation. And his sentence is 6 years minus the time that he spent on remand. Yeah. Just to fix that story, Texto. Yeah. So then the text is also asking what happened to the driver of the vehicle that this robber came out of. And they say this place is a joke. No wonder crime is as bad as it is. Yeah, I don't know. They didn't mention that. Maybe the police still looking for him. Maybe what is this guy named? Chinaman didn't give him up. Let's take this call. Good morning, caller. Welcome to Morning Blend.
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Is this Garden Radio?
It sure is.
Okay, how you doing, Mr. Robot?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good, brother. I want to wish you, it's a little late, but
no, it's
the
fine.
family and the nation a very happy holiday. And I often believe in good health so that we all can live a better life if we have good health.
Yes, absolutely.
I want to endorse that caller, I think, before me, about being divided. And I thought he was really much on point. Because when you are divided, this is what the enemy want. I often use many parables, but my father now at age, he has now gone. And he used to make these parables as a boy. And now I'm saying, give a man, especially, and I'm not discriminating, a black man, a bunch of keys, and a little bit of power. He forget what common sense is, and he throw it out of the window. And this is the consequences of what's going on with the Valley Boys. Mm-hmm. If the talent, the intellect, the vision that I know that is in the Valley Boys, rather than a few persons with a bunch of keys in their hand and who claim or believe they have a little bit of power. That's a tribalism spirit. You can't control nobody's mind. And God never give you that. God sat down, Jesus sat down, and he had a conversation with his disciples. In Beatitude, Matthew 5th, there was a conversation. Yes. And he had a conversation with Peter and also Judas. And until we understand that there should be a conversation on moving forward, you, with the keys in your hand and claims to have a little bit of power, trust me, you will find yourself outside looking in. A hint is sufficient for the wise. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. Thank you. You have a wonderful day as well. Well, everybody seek to get the most out of something, even if they destroy it, even if they bring it down with them, they can try to get the most they can out of it before the tower comes crumbling down. Yeah, this text message, are you clarifying? Yeah, that's why I clarified what you said. That's a part of my point, Chester. Nothing said about the driver. Chinaman perhaps didn't give him up. He had a plea deal. We do not know for sure, but that's my inference from the press release. Yeah, and this is information from the court, by the way. It wasn't a press release, so our court reporter wrote that story. Yeah, maybe in the plea deal they looking for the guy. Hey, you never know in this town. Maybe that guy who was driving is already dead. Who knows? We got another call coming in. Yeah, let's take this call. Good morning, caller. Welcome to Morning Blend.
Hello.
Yes, good morning. Welcome to Morning Blend.
Hello.
Hi, on the air. Talk to
Morning,
me.
Chester. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Compliment to the season again.
The same to you.
Chester, the results of the first place came as expected to Saxon.
Yeah.
Won by far. It wasn't really competition. And if the Wally boys do not combine again, it'll be a very long time before they are able to beat the group like Saxon again. But also what it shows, Chester, is that Junkanoo was not progressive and not allowing the way forward to rush. We feel that, though, it should be some amendment to the rule. They say that if you form a new group, that you have to come out as a fun category or activation the first time. Because, look at it, Junkanoo was held up for almost 3 hours when the protocol, who obviously people don't buy a ticket to see, once again, didn't show as expected. And I don't know when they're going to stop giving the protocol seed money or inviting them to Bay Street. All right? The Wally boys, way forward, could have obviously meet the criteria as far as competing for one of the top prizes. And as the group is qualified, have the experience and the requisite numbers to meet their category, this thing becoming a fun group for exhibition the first time, that need to stop. Because Junkanoo need to progress and not to regress. I thought it was regressive. And if the way forward came in, take a vacuum, fill in some of that 3-hour wait that people had to do for such a long time. So they need to look at that, or obviously the government need to take a look deeply and decide how Junkanoo can progress. Because nobody goes there to sit down for 3 hours with performance what they bought tickets for. All right?
Yeah.
So I hope that looked at as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Thanks, and have a great day.
You have a great day as well. So they didn't show up again, eh? All right, interesting. Let's take this call. Good morning, caller. Welcome to Morning Blend.
Good morning, Brother Robert. Season's greetings to you and belated Merry Christmas. I listened to the previous caller just now, and he's absolutely correct. I hope that we can also apply that same principle to the way how our laws and our Constitution is for this country. If we would apply the same principle, as he just suggested, then perhaps we, instead of being regressive, because we, as a country, we have regressed. Instead of being regressive, we will become progressive. And, perhaps this country, firstly, in believing in the people. The caller before that caller mentioned about a division. And this is what division creates. But also in division becomes, we could also look at it in terms of perhaps a phoenix coming out of all of this mess. What is going to become the new nucleus? Is it going to bring the two parts back together to sit down around the table and have a harmonious conversation? Or is it going to be a divisiveness where the two parties then can re-emerge as individual groupings, but successfully in the end be able to represent themselves properly to the Bahamian people as being two viable groups competing against each other.
Yeah.
All these things we have to consider. So I'm not just entirely looking at this dilemma as a total mess, but I'm looking at it as an opportunity for something greater to come out of all of this. Thanks for taking my call this morning.
Appreciate it. Yeah, absolutely. Again, Morning Blend will continue on the other side.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
For your Christmas ideas to come true, get a no-fee loan from RBC and make those ideas a reality.
It's a Christmas wish for all of you. Get a no-fee loan from RBC, it's true.
Finding the right loan for all of your Christmas ideas starts with a conversation. Visit a branch to speak with an advisor today. Offer ends December 31st.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day. Yes,
And it's time for your first look at traffic. This segment of Morning Blend brought to you by RBC. Make your Christmas ideas come true with a no-fee loan from RBC. And as you would expect, not much traffic out there to talk about. There's some slowing on JFK just past Batson Road in the westbound lane. Not sure what that's all about. Causing some more slowing on the other side. A little traffic on Nassau Street as you approach Bay Street. Everywhere else looking pretty good for you this morning, actually. It's a lovely day to commute for your one day at work before the weekend. How you like that? This segment of Morning Blend has been brought to you by RBC. Visit a branch or rbc.com/Christmas ideas today and find the right loan for you. And it's time for your second look at weather, brought to you by Easy Car Sales. Your general situation, a sluggish frontal boundary. Will move across the northern regions and portions of the central Bahamas today, supporting a few showers and locally cloudy conditions. A high-pressure system moving off of the northeastern U.S. coastline will extend a ridge of high pressure into the forecast area, allowing fresh to strong winds to pulse across the islands through tonight. Building high pressure and brisk breezes will dominate weather conditions heading into the weekend as the front is nudged south of the Bahamas by Saturday evening. The high will remain quasi-stationary Bermuda before drifting further eastwards early next week. On Monday, a weak frontal boundary will meander across the northern Bahamas before sliding eastwards into the Atlantic. Slightly higher seasonal temperatures are expected ahead of a possible New Year's Day cold front that will move into the area on Wednesday and Thursday. Beachgoers visiting Atlantic shorelines are advised to remain onshore due to the increasing risk of dangerous rip currents in these areas. Elsewhere, beachgoers should exercise caution due to the slight to moderate risk of rip currents, mainly affecting northern and eastern shorelines. That's your look at weather, brought to you by Easy Car Sales.
Busy mornings demand a hearty breakfast, so start your mornings off the best way with Wendy's new breakfast wrap. Enjoy this savory wrap that's packed with fresh cracked eggs, breakfast potatoes, and a melty cheese sauce, with a choice of savory sausage or crispy bacon, all wrapped in a warm, soft tortilla. Wendy's always serves breakfast the right way.
In the world of business, technology is not a choice. It's a necessity. And for businesses that demand excellence, there's only one choice for unparalleled technology: custom computers. You have challenges and we have solutions. Computing, networking, storage, and printing for enterprises large and small, aligned with premium brands like HP, Microsoft, Konica Minolta, and more. Get tech done the right way with custom computers. Call the know-how team at 396-1101.
This holiday season, give the gift that lasts a lifetime. Financial freedom with CFAL. Whether you're looking to take the stress out of holiday giving or plan for the future, CFAL has you covered. With our suite of savings products, you can start with a minimal upfront investment and low monthly contributions. Get a jump start with 2025 financial goals with CFAL Savings Express, or give the little ones a head start with the CFAL Education Plan. You can also secure your own future with the CFAL Blue Marlin Retirement Plan. This holiday season, make your gift count with CFAL, where small savings lead to brighter futures. Visit CFAL.com today to start building wealth so you can live well. Happy holidays from all of us at CFAL.
Ho, ho, ho! Get ready for Jingle All the Pay grand event with Everybody Wins. You can win a Cybertruck, a split of $50,000, and loads of more cash prizes via Spin the Wheel and the Cash Vault. It all goes down December 27th from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the FML lawn. To earn $20 between December 9th and 27th at participating Everybody Wins stores. The more tickets, the more chances to win. It's going to be live DJ, food, prizes, and surprises. It's the Jingle All the Pay grand event with Everybody Wins. Game responsibly.
What gift gives you joy?
An investment in land. That's joy to my future.
Finance your land with CIBC Caribbean and we'll gift you up to US $500 towards valuation fees, no loan application fee, and up to 15 years to repay. Plus, we'll also give you the chance to win one of 3 cash prizes in your country from our regional pot of over US $100,000. Visit CIBCFCIB.com/joy of giving for more information. Terms and conditions apply.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.
And now at 8:20, it's time for your final look at this morning's weather, brought to you by Sherwin-Williams Paints. Your general situation: a sluggish frontal boundary will move across the northern regions and portions of the central Bahamas today, supporting a few showers and locally cloudy conditions. A high-pressure system moving off of the northeastern U.S. coastline will extend a ridge of high pressure into the forecast area, allowing fresh to strong winds to pulse across the islands through tonight. Building high pressure and brisk breezes will dominate weather conditions heading into the weekend as the front is nudged south of the Bahamas by Saturday evening. The high will remain quasi-stationary to the northwest of Bermuda before drifting further eastwards early next week. On Monday, a weak frontal boundary will meander across the northern Bahamas before sliding eastwards into the Atlantic. Slightly higher seasonal temperatures are expected ahead of a possible New Year's Day cold front that will move into the area on Wednesday and Thursday. Beachgoers visiting Atlantic shorelines are advised to remain on shore due to the increasing risk of dangerous rip currents in these areas. Elsewhere, beachgoers should exercise caution due to the slight to moderate risk of rip currents mainly affecting northern and eastern shorelines. For the northern Bahamas, weather partly cloudy to cloudy today, turning mostly fair tonight. A 20 to 30% showers, winds east-northeast to east-southeast at 15 to 20 knots. Your high temperature 81 degrees Fahrenheit, your low 72 degrees Fahrenheit. For the northwest Bahamas, weather body, a 10 to 20% chance of showers, increasing 30 to 40% by this afternoon into tonight. Winds easterly at 15 to 20 knots. Your high temperature 79 degrees Fahrenheit, your low 72 degrees Fahrenheit. For the central Bahamas, weather partly sunny today, turning partly cloudy tonight. A 10 to 20% chance of showers today, increasing 20 to 40% tonight. Winds easterly at 15 to 20 knots, but gusty at times. Your high temperature 81 degrees Fahrenheit, your low 73 degrees Fahrenheit. For the southeast Bahamas, weather partly sunny today, turning mostly fair tonight. A 10 to 30% chance of showers. Winds northeast at 15 knots today, increasing 15 to 25 knots tonight. Your high temperature 82 degrees Fahrenheit, your low 73 degrees Fahrenheit. In your extended forecast, your outlook for tomorrow, a mix of sun and clouds, a 20 to 40% chance of isolated showers in the northern and northwest Bahamas, a 10 to 30% chance of showers elsewhere. Winds east-northeast to east-southeast at 15 to 25 knots. Your high temperature 82 degrees Fahrenheit, your low 73 degrees Fahrenheit. And your outlook for Sunday, partly sunny, 10 to 30% chance of showers. Winds east to southeast at 15 knots but gusty at times. Your high temperature 82 degrees Fahrenheit, your low 75 degrees Fahrenheit. That's your final look at weather for this morning, brought to you by Sherwin-Williams Paints. Sherwin-Williams Paints has got you covered for all your painting and equipment needs. Visit Sherwin-Williams Paints online or in store today. And it's time for a look at traffic. This segment of Morning Blend brought to you by RBC. Make your Christmas ideas come true with a no-fee loan from RBC. Looking for some traffic hotspots for you. They're not really that hot this morning. Some traffic building on Glasson Road, but it's flowing as you approach the roundabout with John F. Kennedy Drive. And some traffic in the westbound lane at the roundabout there on John F. Kennedy Drive. Without some traffic on Sir Mala Butler Highway, there's not much to talk about though. Just a little building at the intersection with Tonique Williams Darling Highway. At the intersection of Blue Hill Road and Carmichael Road, a little bit of traffic there right in front of Southwest Plaza and Quality Home Center. Nothing to worry about. A little traffic there at Blue Hill Road and Independence Drive there at the roundabout. You should be moving along quite nicely on most thoroughfares as I can see. That's your Morning Blend traffic for today. This segment is brought to you by RBC. Visit a branch or rbc.com/Christmas ideas today and find the right loan for you.
The joy of giving comes with rewarding you with cash prizes from our regional pot of over US $100,000. Simply a land loan or mortgage from CIBC Caribbean. Once approved, you may be entered for a chance to be one of 3 lucky winners in your country. Each winner will pull a card with a surprise cash prize of US $1,500, US $2,500, or US $5,000 cash. Visit CIBCFCIB.com/joyofgiving. CIBC Caribbean terms and conditions apply.
Looking for unique and exciting Bahamian experiences? Street Smart has you covered. Whether it's snorkeling, cultural tours, or hidden dining gems. And for local business owners, this is your chance to get in front of millions of visitors by joining the Street Smart platform. Showcase your products and services. Street Smart is your connection to unforgettable experiences. Visit StreetSmart242.com today. Sign up and let's show the world the best of the Bahamas. Street Smart, connecting you to unforgettable experiences. Download now.
Then there's a lumpkin. The customers love the red suit. You think you can heist them pounds something a little more? We need to see more socks. But before you go, look at, I got some specials going on for the sale. I got 2 sets of 12 by 12 and 4 sets of 18 by 18 times. Now the 12 by 12 Al Blanco is just that, Al Blanco. That and the peach and gray Alcala going for $2.15 a square foot. Now I got 3 18 by 18 flagstone style and a high gloss gray and beige square foot. What you doing, Lampkin? I'm looking for my pen. Sale ends December 21st.
Make your house a home. Stop by the furniture store that's giving you more. With appliances, furniture, and prices. Whatever you want, we got it all. Promise Furniture, no wonder. We give it you. We make it worthwhile. We make it quality, comfort, and style. Quality and style, yeah. Promise Furniture, no wonder. What we give it you. We make it worthwhile. Giving you quality, comfort, and style. Promise Furniture.
Esso is celebrating the season of joy and giving away a year of free fuel. To enter, visit any Esso service station and fuel up with $25 or more for a chance to win. Plus, there are other exciting prizes to be won. Just remember to write your name, number, and email address at the back of your receipt and drop it into one of the boxes provided. Terms and conditions apply. Promotion ends January 9th, 2025. So don't forget to enter to win with Esso. Esso and the Esso logo are trademarks or registered trademarks of ExxonMobil Corporation or one of its subsidiaries.
This Christmas, my husband put a smile on my face. He caught the store-wide sale on now at the Paint Place. With brands like Richards and Benjamin Moore, the Paint Place had the perfect color and he was out the door. Now their front room is fabulous. What a surprise! Cranberry red. I couldn't believe my eyes. Make the holidays magical. Get 20% off store-wide during the Christmas sale at the Paint Place. When you've got to paint it right the first time. Net items excluded.
Here's the sure-winning art store moment from Shelley and Dee Dee.
In the Bahamas. If we don't have it, we make a list, and trust me, our boss can get that. If you need that, he can get that. You can find sketchbooks, acrylics, the canvases in all sizes, stencils. We have the Angelus that they use on shoes and letters. We're the only persons in Nassau that carries the Montana spray. We have the Krylon sprays, watercolor and paints, the oil, chalk paints, the alcohol paint, metallic paints, the little Floetrol, and we have cleaning products for the artists, thinning products for the artists, and Crayola colors, and glitters, pencils, the Posca markers, and pastels, oil, and the acrylic pastels, dyes. Oh yeah, we also have airbrush paint. I didn't forget that part of the movie. Gift sets, hobby craft,
Oil shrimp,
clays.
stew shrimp, shrimp gumbo. But art supplies. We have a lot of them. Sherwin-Williams Art Store. Find colour in every day.
This Christmas, Fidelity Bank is still the one. One easy monthly payment, the only one with a quick approval, and one chance to win an extra $5,000 in cash. Apply for a personal loan today for your chance to win big. Call 356-70 and make that move to Fidelity Bank today.
Fidelity, we're good for you.
Your health just got brighter with Lamp Insured. Sign up for Doctors Hospital's Lamp Insurance Supplement Plan and enjoy copay waivers and complete access with no upfront ER or inpatient collections. Only $30 per month. Visit doctorshosp.com/lamp to sign up or contact 242-822-1009. That's 242-822-1009. Your journey to affordable and worry-free healthcare begins now.
The holidays are here, and Dunkin' is spreading the cheer this season. Let Dunkin' be a part of your celebrations. Warm up with your favorite holiday drinks, grab a box of our famous donuts for your gatherings, or treat someone special to a Dunkin' gift certificate, the gift that always runs on joy. From our Dunkin' family to yours, we wish you a season filled with laughter, love, and a whole latte happiness. Happy holidays! And remember, the Bahamas runs on Dunkin'.
Make your house a home. Stop by the furniture store that's giving you more. With appliances, furniture, and prices. Whatever you want, it all. Promise Furniture, no wonder. We give it you. We make it worthwhile. We make it quality, comfort, and style. Quality and style, yeah. Promise Furniture, no wonder. What we give it you. We make it worthwhile. Giving you quality, comfort, and style. Promise
This Christmas, my husband put a smile on my face. He caught the store-wide sale on now at the Paint Place. With brands like Richards and Benjamin Moore, the Paint Place had the perfect color and he was out the door. Now their front room is fabulous. What a surprise! cranberry red. I couldn't believe my eyes. Make the holidays magical. Get 20% off store-wide during the Christmas sale at the Paint Place, when you've got to paint it right the first time. Net items excluded.
This holiday season, use your CIBC Caribbean Visa credit or Visa debit card to book travel, shop online, buy gas, groceries, and everything else. And you could win up to $2,500 US.
Yes!
Win with joy with CIBC Caribbean. Lucky CIBC Caribbean cardholders like you will have the chance to win up to $2,500 US this holiday season just for using your card. Terms and conditions apply. Visit www.cibcfcib.com/cards. The joy of giving for more details.
And welcome back to Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. I'm Chester Robards, filling in for Dwight, Strachan. And we're talking John Canoe. John Canoe, we're trying to get your takeaway. You can join the conversation. You can text us on the BTC text line, 422-4796. You can call us, 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. You can call us toll-free from the Family Islands, 242-300-5720. Undoubtedly, on this one day of work, a lot of you just still in bed, and some of your offices didn't open up. I don't blame them. Because why? You're not going to do anything today anyway. This text message got 3 points that I got to read. Thank you for that. Their takeaway from the parade. This person said, I took 4 things away from the Junkanoo Parade. 1, Vaughn Miller asked a fan the question, what do you do to keep yourself entertained during these long gaps? Vaughn Albury, I guess. I don't think it's Vaughn Miller. Steve answered a question posed and said, there are too many groups. They bring down the energy. 3 and 4, Vaughn Albury, I guess, asked another fan if he thought the fact that Prodigal Sons and Music Makers did not show affected one family's performance. How much longer will we condone this lackluster parade that every year, but for one group, never seems to fulfill its potential and talk it up into the fantasy our mind created as the greatest show ever? Interesting. Very interesting. Number 2, I know that the Junkanooers will say, this our parade and staying up all night to finish costumes before the parade is part of the fun. Y'all don't understand. Then the JCNP will say, y'all don't understand. Y'all don't know how much this costs. Can we for once handle Junkanoo like a real pay-per-view event? The first thing to fix, create what you have money to build to completeness in the time you have with quality and not the other way around. A grand concept in your head with unfinished shoddy elements. Max. There's no reason for a show that lasts from 9 p.m. to 11 a.m. the next day. A lengthy parade never signifies quality or excitement, and it's almost always synonymous with multiple long stretches of boredom. Tell them what you really think. And number 3, are you sending number 4? Maybe you're still writing it. We never address the problem. We make it worse. If there's a lull, the solution is to throw something else in to fill it. Nobody pays to watch bad music, shoddy costumes, and a cooler of alcohol walk down Bay Street. If we insist on doing this, just move the 3-hour ticketed quality prize money parade to another day. The Junkanooers will have their Bay Street, and the paying customers will get a quality event. Interesting. Interesting points. This person says Cable 12's coverage is very poor. Zadness had the best coverage. Okay. Why do you think that? We got a call coming in. Let's take this call. Good morning, caller. Welcome to Morning Blend.
Good morning, Chester. That's me.
Yep.
Yeah, Poppy. Good morning, everybody who's still here with us. Talking about Channel 12 and ZNS and all of that, and you saying that it over 11? I thought I hear that. I mean, I can't see, so it could have been a recording. I thought I was listening to it live on Channel 12. So way after 12 and 11.
Oh, I don't know.
Correct?
I don't know what time it ended, but that texter was kind of making general points about Junkanoo.
Okay, yes, I hear that. But I'm asking you, are you aware that it being on?
No, I'm saying I wasn't. I'm saying I'm not aware. No, I'm not aware.
Huh?
I wasn't aware. I'm not aware what time it actually ended.
Unless I'm mistaken, that's what I thought.
I turned to ZNS and I didn't see Junkanoo, and that was 9 o'clock in the morning, so.
Yeah, I was tuning in from around 10 in the night. I did enjoy it a little bit. I feel like different from, I think that's the social service minister, that's LaRoda, who was there with Brave Davis and Perry Christie them. I think he ran out. I didn't know anyhow, that's his opinion. He say the original Wally Boys with Brian them. Mm-hmm. He said they was garbage. I mean, I think he mean the sound and the way they look. I don't think he calling the people garbage.
Of course not.
I don't know if that was fair for him to go that far. A lot of us Wally Boys, we hurt. I can't see to appreciate the costumes, but I could tell you, none of them that sound like the original Wally Boy. The first one come out, I ain't hear the horns like that. The Way Forward come out, I ain't hear the drums like that. I said to myself, it'd be better if they come together, but it might be too late for that. I hear the Minister of Sports and Culture, he was also saying something about not moving it from Bay Street. Duh. You wasting, talk some sense, man. Tell us why you ain't give how do you say legitimate, I think that's a good word, A group, the original Wally Boys, they see it money. He's so wrong for that. They need to double it up. Or I guess when, not if, the government change, we'll give them that what we're supposed to give to them. It seems like the way forward. You know the woman who was to Kenny's Corner on Tuesday night here on The Guardian? Kenny or something like that? She was a co-host on ZNS. Mm-hmm. She deal with them good, and I agree with her. It seems like the way forward. They just wanted to have their way, and I agree with her. The way forward. And it's sad to know that, well, the chairman now is the prime minister brother. I don't know if it's a coincidence or what, and we know he's a good person. He do a lot to help. But it really seems like they wanted to have their way. And then it's so, I don't know if to say obvious, but they should have give the Wally Boys, they see it money. They should have do it, not because Prime Minister brother ain't get none. It's like they're above the law. Then this one with the commissioner, you can talk about this later in the business hour, or you open now for it, the commissioner. What do you have to say, police?
No, you can talk about it.
Huh?
You can talk about it.
You don't have a segment where you can talk about that later, eh?
No.
Okay. I hear what you say about him, right? Mm-hmm. And what he had to say and stuff like that. I want us to continue to pray for this new woman, this new commissioner, at least the lady. Mm-hmm. She needs prayers. I wouldn't want no one put me in that position. Nobody. I'm not going to congratulate her. I think she needs prayers. Mm-hmm. Her office, the office she holds, can need prayers. Because this one who go in, who seems to be Shameless Fernando, Shameless still hanging up around here, he says the culture of corruption on the police force. Then he still ain't got no shame to come here talking about. But this Johnson fellow, break the law, they above the law, he's still hanging around. It's like they leaving together, like that's his rider or something, that's his good friend. It's so messed up in this country, the way how we do things to them. It's like we want position, but when we mess up, we don't want to take responsibility for what we do. Like I said, that woman, the new commissioner, she can need prayers for us to continue to pray for her. Because like this Fernandez say, commissioner, he says the culture of corruption on the police force. Negotiating how I can give you bail, how much money you got to pay me. And where the money coming from money, what was stolen from an armored truck? These some shameless Negroes, but keep up the good way, Chester.
All right. Thank you. All right. Let's take this call. Yeah. Good morning, caller. Welcome to Morning Blend.
Good morning, Chester.
Good morning. How you
To
doing?
you and Papa. Good morning to Papa, and hope wishing both of you all the best in the new year, and hope you'll live to see many more of them.
Same for you.
Chester, I just want to. I think I had heard. I may have been mistaken, right? But I think I had heard that they said that $35 million is generated from Junkanoo, right? I think that's the number I heard. That's what I heard, right? And if that's the case, I want to know like where that money go into and how is that made and why did a ministry, why didn't they leave it strictly a government? Why didn't they leave government completely under the control of the government? So if it was earning $35 million, that would be good. That would go straight to the public purse as opposed to private individuals, because I personally believe that's why they break it down like that and take it from under the government run and put it under some kind of private run because of the funds, because of the money, that kind of way. And another thing too, Chess, I was listening to that thing about the taxi ferry boat thing, the news report about the individuals saying something about the big fish in the small pond and individuals taxiing and coming and causing them the small amount to like lose out and not be able to feed his family, etc. You heard that story?
No, I haven't heard that.
Oh, it was in the report this morning. I was saying that when it comes to issues like that, like where's like a moral conscience, where's like a moral conscience issue, that kind of. I feel as if that we the people or individuals who are affected, like how those individuals are affected with the taxi boat thing, they shouldn't have to like hope and pray that other entity that they was talking about does not decide to come back and ferry people across and to threaten their livelihood, right? Because they don't need to do that. I feel as if on an issue like that, like they should be able to feel as if the Christian Council should serve a purpose to the society, that when it comes to moral conscience issues, when it comes to issues that are just outright like serve to the purpose of greed and stuff like that, the Christian Council, that people should be able to plead their case to the Christian Council, and the Christian Council should be able to like, help that individual out, because the church collects a lot of money from the public, right? And even if they have to say hire legal representation, they can do that because of the money that collectively they collect. I just feel as if in the new year, the Christian Council should become more involved in issues that deal with morality and greed, where they witness institutions or organizations trying to take advantage of the small amount or threaten his livelihood. All right, but the best in the new year again, Chester, and good show so far.
Thank you. Same to you. All the best in the new year. I don't know, when it comes to business, you're getting into some iffy stuff. Now, there are some big entities here that probably need to be stopped. But how big are they really, right? There's only so much to go around here. Business hour. When I get a hold of what that story was about. This person says, good morning, Chester. Prodigal sons and music makers did show up, but came late and were penalized. And please tell some of your listeners that Junkanoo is not all about winning, but an expression of the people. If they do want the long wait time, if they don't want the long wait time and shoddy costumes, then don't come out. They're simple. No, but I get it. Sitting on Bay Street for 12 hours trying to see, because the groups coming out is a random pick, right? So for everybody to go around once, so what would you say that time frame is for all the groups to go around once? How much hours? About 2 hours? So I guess the parade could be 4 hours. Could. I don't know. But the point that texter was making is that people come out there and pay money to sit on benches for a certain level of a production. And so I get the point that they're trying to make. That Junkanoo isn't the production that people want to pay to come out and see in its current form. And they're saying, look, if you want to have a parade where groups are judged, these big groups are judged, and where there's actual stiff competition, make it a separate thing. And then the fun groups or the people who just want to have fun, give them their separate time on base. I don't agree with that, but it comes down to, the powers that be making the parade what I think everybody thinks it's supposed to be. And as far as it being a cultural expression, of course it is. Of course it is. But a lot of these groups, the big ones, take it very seriously. And so double-edged sword there with John Canoe that I ain't getting in trouble for. So we had that caller talking about the commissioner of police. Papa run hard on them. But I don't know. The case is at the Director of Public Prosecutions. So the Director of Public Prosecutions has to look at all the evidence that's been gathered and put together by the police and decide whether there's some, I guess, indictable thing there and move forward from there. So we will see. We got another call coming in. Let's take this call. Good morning, caller. Welcome to Morning Blend.
Well, good morning.
Good morning.
I want to say Happy New Year to you in case I don't get to see you again.
Yes, Happy New Year.
Before the New Year. I think we could have, as a nation, capitalized on our junk canoe. And by that I mean we could have turned it into money for our people. But I feel that we should have done it without commercializing it. The bleachers, in my opinion, they distract from what junk canoe was.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should have kept junk canoe for what it was instead of trying to turn it into a business. You see, if you kept it what it was, our culture, people, and that's where you could have made your money without the bleachers. But we decided to do a different thing with junk canoe. And so we'll see where it ends up. Now, people call me confused sometimes, but I tell them I leave a watch night service from the European Christianity, and then I go to what the European people call someone else's belief, paganism celebration. You see how that could confuse me? And if everybody in civilization started in Africa, who is to say what is what? But that's another story for a different day. So we need to bring junk canoe back to what it was. There was fierce competition without all of what we've done to it from its origin. There wasn't barricades and people saying you can't go and rush with this and do that. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
So we've extracted it and turned it into where we've got some people on display. And that's not what it was meant to be, as I remember it. As I see from, you can go back all the way to the 1960s with Sean Connery and 007, James Bond. Go look at that junk canoe was.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my 2 cents. And we should have a real conversation with the Ministry of whatever is going to grow this country through its culture. You have a good one, eh?
Yep, you have a good one.
All right.
Let's take this next call, yeah. Good morning, caller. Welcome to Morning Blend.
Hey, good morning, Chester.
Good morning.
Happy belated Merry Christmas. I hope
Same
you had a
to
great
you.
Christmas.
I did.
Looking forward to a better New Year.
Absolutely.
That the previous caller who mentioned the $35 million, but I didn't hear that statement being made, but I think he misunderstands what is actually being said. It's something like our GDP. That's all the goods and the services that is being generated by the industry.
Yeah.
The purchasing of trinkets and the services provided by various facets of society,
Yeah.
So that is basically what it's been. That's not directly $35 million that is being generated understands what is being said.
Yeah.
I just wanted to sort of bring some clarity to
Okay. Yeah.
understanding. All right.
Absolutely.
Have a good day, bud.
You too. You have a good one. Yeah. Yeah. If that's, I'd not heard that number, to be honest. But $35 million is not being made on one or two parades from ticket sales or anything else. They can tell you that. Unless y'all got some other calculations that I'm missing. So do we have take a break before we got a break there? Yeah, let's take a break before we end this segment of Morning Blend. Let's do that.
It's a Christmas wish for all of you. Get a no-fee loan from RBC, it's true.
No more wishing for your Christmas ideas to come true. Get a no-fee loan from RBC and make those ideas a reality.
It's a Christmas wish for all of you. Get a no-fee loan from RBC, it's true.
Finding the right loan for all of your Christmas ideas starts with a conversation. Visitor ends December 31st.
What? You don't know what TDC is? Tourism Development Corporation? You mean the Ministry of Tourism? No, that ain't the same thing, but the Tourism Development Corporation helps to develop and grow behemoth businesses in the tourism industry. You hear what they say, Blake? Well, yeah, develop and grow. You don't know what all the things saying do? What does do? Check the website once.
Start your journey to ownership of our #1 industry today. Log on to tdcbahamas.com.
Enjoy great savings this holiday on your favorite water, Aquapure. Now until December 31st, take advantage of Aquapure's Christmas coupon special. Purchase a book of 10 5-gallon coupons for just $37.50 plus VAT, regularly $42.50 plus VAT. And best of all, these coupons never expire. Be sure to take advantage of this great offer, Aquapure's Christmas coupon special, going on now. Call 394-7873 or order online at aquapure242.com.
Screws and Fasteners World, Balfour Avenue and Palm Beach Street, has those hard-to-find fasteners for you right now. You can find stainless steel regular hex, carriage bolts, galvanized bolts, threaded rods, nails, self-tap screws, iron bolts, turnbuckles, masonry tools, hand tools, and weed whacker strings. Check out the rope selection and car body fasteners, too. Special orders are welcome. It's your #1 fastener store. Screws and Fasteners World, Balfour Avenue and Palm Beach Streets. Call 326-1976.
Double the holidays with Scotiabank, and you could win your share of $28,000 this Christmas. Just spend $300 or more on your Scotiabank credit card, and you could be the lucky first prize winner of $13,000, or the second prize winner of $8,000, or the third prize winner of $5,000. Win big and claim your share of $28,000 when you shop with Scotiabank this Christmas. Promotion ends January 27, 2025. Draw date February 17, 2025. Visit bs.scotiabank for more information. Conditions apply.
Welcome back to Morning Blend on Guardian Radio 96.9. We're rounding out the show. Got a text message coming in saying people think the Valley's third place gives some validation to the breakaway group. I don't think so. I believe it shows that they were distracted and had no seed money. Still, they finished third, which is incredible under the circumstances. Let's remember that some supergroups have finished fifth or sixth under normal circumstances. Yeah, I don't... Validation to the breakaway group? should have come third at all. But hey, it is what it is. This person says, here's what I don't understand about the Johnson case. I can't see the commissioner forwarding the case without evidence, the most obvious evidence being an authenticated voice tape. Authenticated. Because if the voice tape has not been authenticated, there'd be no case at all. Well, maybe that's what the DPP is deciding. And if the voice tape has been authenticated, why has it taken months to bring a charge? Why is the file not in court this morning? This is baffling. Regarding the $35 million, the figure wasn't money generated. Silbert Ferguson on Aaron's show referenced the UB study by Nicolette Bethel, which estimated the cost of Junkanoo. The $35 million is an extrapolated number because it includes the cost of labor and the cost that individuals pay to decorate their own costumes, neither of which are costs actually borne by groups. Yes, right. Yep. That is exactly right and makes sense. So, yeah, I don't know about that. Their third place giving validation to the breakaway group. But obviously there are some sentiments that say neither group is going to be as strong as a United Valley. And a lot of people want to see that come back together. Again, that texter that said Valley in your belly tells you all you need to know about how much this split is hurting Valley fans, because it ain't just Valley in your belly no more. Because which one you talking about? And who you mean? So hopefully in the new year this all gets sorted out, and we'll see what happens at the New Year's Day parade. That's Morning Blend for this morning. Up next is Morning Blend Business here on Guardian Radio 96.9. Stick around with us.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of the management and staff of Guardian Radio.
Wake up, it's a new day. Wake up, it's a new day.
Good morning and welcome to Morning Blend Business here on Guardian Radio 96.9. I'm Chester Robards, filling in for Dwight Strachan, who's got, I guess, taking his last couple of days of vacation, huh? Yeah. And Merry Christmas, and hope everyone has a happy New Year. And we just continue our conversation about Junkanoo, and someone brought up this idea of business, the business of Junkanoo, and made mention of $35 million. And someone sent a text message clarifying that that's not what is made during a parade. And if you just do some simple calculations, you will know right away that there's no way one single parade or two generates $35 million out there on Bay Street. But shout out to all the people who go out there and set up their little stalls on Parliament Street and try to make a little money off of it. I had a good friend out there this time from, actually has a place there at Potter's Key called Stingray Point. Nice little place, and he decided to set up out there this year, and hopefully that went well. And so shout out to all of those entrepreneurs who find a way to make some money there. We got a call coming in. Let's take this call. Good morning, caller. Welcome to Morning Blend.
Hey, Chester, I had to call back just to weigh in on the 35% correct. But the question should be in a think tank of politicians, and I would invite the opposition to weigh in and come be a part of a think tank so we have the brightest minds from both sides. How can we make hundreds of millions for the country's people from this event? Not for the foreign hotels, not for the foreign cruise ships. Those will make money as well. But my question in the think tank would be, and maybe C. Allen will call us, how can we make hundreds of millions for our people from our event? Because when you go to Mardi Gras, when you go down to Trinidad, how much money do they make for their people, the country? It's not about how much money you made from, the vendors and selling a couple seats. You wouldn't need one seat if people were down there rushing and having a great time safely. More people would want to come.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have seats at Mardi Gras in New Orleans? Have they turned that event into what we've done? See, we need a cultural think tank of people. I'd like a lot of entrepreneurs. Maybe we invite the Bahamian Elon Musk, whoever they are, capable of making some foreigners. I want this money to be made for the people so we can take the month of January off. So much money is made in Harbor Island that we shut down for the back-to-school slow season. You aware of that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now listen, we should make so much money this Christmas, New Year's. We shut down, and the people can relax because we worked hard, and the country made money for the people. See, it's a different mindset, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But we have it happening right there in Harbor Island and many other islands that are tourist-focused. Anyway, Jeff, let's just pray to New Year we get some people that can think and fix the Bahamas.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely right. Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of there are a lot of things that we do wrong, and there are a lot of working parts that cause it to go wrong, and so there's a lot of things to fix so that these things work correctly. And the egos that are involved in the decision making and all of that stuff that would put us in, just don't allow it. I mean, we have a special, I don't know how it is around the world, and I got to thinking about this yesterday, watching something about Japan and just how well they cooperate with each other. It's a pretty peaceful place. A lot of the prefectures there, very, very peaceful place. Very respectful to each other, just a culture of things, right? And our culture is not really that way. And I love to see tourists say that, this is such a friendly place to come to. And it's probably true because they're friendly to them. We're not friendly to us. Not friendly to each other. And that's the start of our end. There was a text message coming in asking what the status of the Adrian Gibson trial is. It's still trialing. Huh? What kind of silly text message is this coming in? Need to block this number. Okay. Got a call coming in. Let's take this call. Good morning, caller. Welcome to Morning Blend.
Chester.
Yes, good morning.
Hey, Chester, Poppy. Chester didn't know you know how to make the Scooby-Doo sound.
Yeah? Oh, that's it right there?
Hey, Chester, check this out, though. Who's the chief investigator for the Michael Johnson case? He's just saying chief investigator, but they ain't tell the media who the name is. How come y'all ain't reporting the name to tell us who that person is? That's the job they have, right? They ain't doing us no favor, right? We paying them for that, right?
It said something about chief investigator.
Chief investigator on the Michael Johnson case. I thought the commission was doing it. Is it someone from SIB? Because SIB need to be shut down. They need to go when the commissioner go. And what is the date he's supposed to go? We know mandate date for him, but the prime minister is friend. He hang around as long as he want to till next year. And I think he on contract. I think it's what you call it. The time you're supposed to be an officer or work for government was up months ago, almost a year ago. And he on contract with that's his friend, the prime. Hang around. What is the date he's supposed to CYC? What date? And who's the chief investigating officer, Chester? It ain't there for the media for you all to tell us rather than just keep saying the chief investigating officer. 7 months, Jared, or 6 months from July. From July, Chester, that could have never been me or you. But it doesn't get deal with. Even if we just get fired. What you expect to come out of this, Chester? You expect for the man, what, to just lose his job? You think he can get any charge with anything? You think he break the law in any which way from the tapes which you and the world was able to listen to?
I'm
Think
gonna
he break the law in any which way?
I'm gonna save.
Or that lawyer?
I'm gonna save my opinion for after the DPP says what
I
they got to
expect
say.
people to be scared to give their opinion, and maybe just to wait till the DPP say what they have to say. But you don't have to be a rocket scientist or a DPP to see someone do something wrong. My God, man. 7 months. If this was so damn straight, excuse me. These people have done deal with it a long time, from 3 months ago. This alleged corruption, a culture of corruption. These people must see above the law, eh? And you all smart judges and lawyers, retired smart people in the country, all y'all get your mouth shut and wouldn't say nothing. It's so wrong. Lennon would have never let this happen, neither you but Ingram. Maybe not even Dr. Menace. Just because they're his friends, they still hanging around, shameless Negroes. Keep up the good work, Chester.
Well, thank you. Boy, must be Christmas week. How was y'all Christmas? Hoping that you enjoyed each other's company and remembered that the reason for the season is Jesus Christ. Whew. So yeah, to answer your question, there's no name for the chief investigator. I don't know. I don't know if they ever gave one. This text message coming in: Junkanoo is a beautiful thing. Imagine what a Junkanoo parade would look like at the port. I'm in no way advocating for that. I'm saying the same way the port took the Arawaki concept, reproduced it, and made it 1,000 times more beautiful, I can only imagine what they'd do to put on a quality show for their guests. A beautiful time, limited Junkanoo parade is possible. We should create it before some foreign entity in this country or another takes it. Yeah. And there's a lot of foreign entities apparently looking at things that are being done here and trying to take it. I'm pretty sure there was a conversation about something happening in Canada that's a reproduction of what Bahamians are doing. Yeah, people. I think people look at Junkanoo and they see something there. Again, the Ministry of Tourism through the government through the Ministry of Tourism takes Junkanoo all over the place, and people really, really enjoy it. We just haven't found a way to get them to come here to enjoy it during this season, and that's what people are saying. And I got a message from someone saying, asking, we got all these beautiful costumes that are being made. Why aren't they being monetized every year by, why aren't big companies and corporations in the Bahamas buying costumes to have in their foyers throughout, for the year? Something they see on Bay Street they like. Part of the reason could be that, they're kind of fit for purpose for the street. But then these people are so creative, whoever is making the costumes. I'm sure if a company says, look, I like that, it got kind of mashed up on Bay, but fix it for me so that, it could be displayed. I'm sure they could go for that and give them a price. These costumes are beautiful. The Nassau Guardian this morning is very nice. Like, those costumes are great. Again, we just haven't found a way to properly monetize what Junkanoo can be. The person who was talking about the parade and what the parade should be is right as well, and while people want the expression for themselves, there's another element that we've been working toward that we haven't been able to quite work out. Someone mentioned, I think Graham mentioned Carnival and Mardi Gras. Those are all very participatory things, and that's the reason people make a lot of money off of them, right? People build costumes, you buy them, so you just fly into Trinidad, go and pick up your costume, and you go on the street. Is it something that is able to be sold in that way, right? Junkanoo is about live music. Carnival is not, for the most part. And neither is Mardi Gras, as I say, as I know. So, if you have these kind of like fun groups where people could buy a costume and go on the street, are they going to hear the music well enough to enjoy it? That kind of thing. So, who knows? This text message: why weren't the Valley disqualified for taking 3 hours to come out? I don't know. I don't know if they did or not, so I couldn't answer that particular question. Good morning. Please ask the chronic callers to take the month of January off. Give others a chance to call. Are you calling? Let's take this call. Is this you? Good morning, caller. Welcome to Morning Blend.
Hey, Chester,
Business?
that person won't call you because they hide behind texting.
That must be what it is.
I want to nominate. Yeah, I'd like to know too. It's just a hater of you or others. I want to nominate you to head this up. I'm going to call the Prime Minister because you're onto something there. See, if people coming here could buy a mask, something small that they could take home with them, a souvenir of the event. Because my mother has a straw doll that she purchased in 1968. Remember when we used to make those straw, not baskets, dolls and items? You can make these souvenirs, and this is how you put the money in the people's hand. You're right on target today with what I was trying to say.
Mm.
And they could also, if they don't want to buy something they can wear, you can make smaller items that they can purchase to take home. Because you say we got 9 million, 10 million, 8 million, whatever tourists, right? Multiply that times $20, $25 for small souvenirs. And if they want a bigger one, we could work with one of the couriers to have it sent back to their house. See the potential that's coming out of this now? And why have it as just, remember Junkanoo in June? Who did that? So Lyndon Pinley?
I don't remember who did that.
But we have to have the think tank with bright minds like you and the people who've called with those smart suggestions, because this has the potential to make our people super wealthy. Sir Stafford Sands took our Junkanoo, our musicians, all over the world when he traveled, saying, come see our things. Now we won't even take our musician over the bridge.
Yeah.
We should demand that hotels and cruise ships have our people with our culture, our music, in their places. It should be a part of the heads of agreement. More money for our citizens. Anyway, I will not call back. I won't be chronic anymore today, but I like what you're saying, and you tell the chronic person, get on the phone and give you his ideas.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Let's fix the Bahamas.
Appreciate it.
Have a good one.
You too. Yeah, I mean, we go on these press. I don't know, you call it a small junket, and we talk to these cruise lines, and we hear from these. Let's go with the cruise lines all the time, right? And we have this thing where we want cruise lines to overnight, right? And we say, oh, they aren't staying long enough, and the people aren't spending enough money. They need to overnight. Well, Christmas night is one of the best nights to overnight if you want to give, visitors a cultural experience they will never forget. And Graham was right when he said, I don't know if those people are going to come off a boat to buy a ticket to sit down on a bench. Being on Shirley Street is where you put them. Again, we've laid things out the way we thought in our head people should enjoy John Canoe. Personally, never enjoyed John Canoe sitting on a bench. I would rather be on Shirley Street, walking up and down, kind of going where I want to go, just like my grandma used to do with us when she used to bring us out there. So, why haven't we convinced cruise ships to, on December 25th, come and park up at the cruise port and come see this spectacle that we say is world famous and we want people to see? Because the 9 million people that we say are coming here, only 1.2 of which are people who actually stay in hotels and stop over. And don't forget, a couple thousand, 100,000 of them go into the family islands in that count. So, let's read this text message. This person says, "Good morning, Chester. There was a letter Guardians ago. It was about the comments of 2 Bermudians who were first-time visitors to New Providence. They were first reluctant to criticize us, but they said New Providence was dirty and cluttered in some areas. Also, there was a very aggressive roadside vendors there. What is your opinion of that?" Have you ever been to Bermuda? So why were they first reluctant to criticize us? Anyway, have you ever been to Bermuda? Go look up Bermuda. First of all, Bermuda have that policy where you can only have, was it 2 cars? 1 car per household, and then everybody else riding a scooter. Bermuda's beautiful. Bermuda is clean. Bermuda have one area that they call a ghetto. One tiny little area. Bermuda customs agents were immigration agents were the friendliest people I ever, of any country I've been to, happened upon. Except for Dominican Republic. They were kind of stoic. They didn't care. They were like, yeah, okay, stop, go in. But Bermuda, people were like, welcome to Bermuda. Like, you hardly get that anywhere. But anyway, there's a lot to say about that. Is Nassau dirty? They said New Providence was dirty. Is New Providence dirty? Yes. Because lots of stink people around here still throwing trash out the window. Lots of vagrants still pee-peeing all over the walls. And so areas smell. People don't take care of just outside their own buildings, because I guess somebody else is supposed to deal with that. Is New Providence dirty? Yes. There are parts of it that very nice. And if you drive in the Bahama area, along the Bahama Boulevard area, I always like run into those guys who are doing the tree trimming and the roadside beautification. They always got cones in the road, and I feel like every day there's cones in the road, because every day it seems like they have to take care of one section of that road, and they got to do it every day, it seems. Because when they finish that last section of the street, then the section that they started with started to overgrow already. I mean, these guys got an endless job to do out there, but I mean, it's beautiful. One of the most beautiful areas on this island, right? Probably outside of gated communities where most of us aren't going to see. But they keep it nice. We just allow a lot of stuff to just happen here, and nobody gets in trouble for it, and that's part of the problem. Okay, more text messages. This person says, Chester, morning, can you cover the costumes with concrete and paint and put in a diving area and be cleaned? Love X-Files. Do what now? Oh, this is the person who sent the weird message. Does the water at Potter's Key flow like a river? Atlantis. What is this person talking about? I'm very confused. Anyway. This person says, Junkanoo is chaotic, dirty, and disorganized. Wouldn't say that. Good morning, Jess. I agree with you. Shirley Street is better for me at Junkanoo. I am free to dance and jump up with my grandchildren. Yep, that's how my Grammy had us. And when we, so there's some people who don't know anything but bleachers on Bay Street, but we are the people who remember just being able to go downtown, walk up and down, find a little spot on the railing, and just kind of move, as the bands come by. And that was brilliant. We just have to, like Graham said, we just have to find a way to figure out how to make it better, how to make it something that people want to come and see and maybe participate in. How to fill the gaps and how to improve the judging, because that's still, again, the judging is one of those things. Like people don't expect judging to happen. Like I was mentioning earlier with the producer, I think people unless a band is undisputably the winner of the parade, and you know that all the other groups were just like mediocre compared to this particular group, and in no way you could figure out at the end of the day how this one went over this one based on what you saw. That's the only way. But I don't think we got judging right yet. All right, let's take a break, and we'll have Morning Blend, the business report, and we'll be right back.
This holiday season, give the gift that lasts a lifetime. Financial freedom with CFAL. Whether you're looking to take the stress of holiday giving or plan for the future, CFAL has you covered. With our suite of savings products, you can start with a minimal upfront investment and low monthly contributions. Get a jump start with 2025 financial goals with CFAL Savings Express, or give the little ones a head start with the CFAL Education Plan. You can also secure your own future with the CFAL Blue Marlin Retirement Plan. This holiday season, make your gift count with CFAL, where small savings lead to brighter futures. Visit CFAL.com today to start building wealth so you can live well. Happy holidays from all of us at CFAL.
Hey, Santa here. I'm thinking of getting a Scotia Plan loan this Christmas.
Christmas!
Hi, Santa. Sounds perfect. With a Scotia Plan loan, you can use it to cover personal bills, renovate the North Pole, or even fund a little vacation with Mrs. Claus.
A vacation after Christmas sounds perfect. What kind of benefits are there?
We have competitive rates, plus you won't have to make any payments for up to 2 months.
Sounds like a plan. Sign me up. Myself, the elves, and Mrs. Claus can't wait to get started.
At Scotiabank, we have a plan loan for everyone. Sign up for your plan loan today.
Hello? Yeah, this me. Listen, I think that this Christmas, you should really get in the spirit of things. I mean, apart from the great prices, I think your customers would like to see more of you. So I think that you should greet your customers, some in the morning, some in the afternoon. I don't expect you to be there all day. Now listen. Now, you know red is the color of Christmas. So I think that you should be in a red tuxedo. You would be saying something. Your customers would really feel like Santa Claus reach.
This Christmas, my husband put a smile on my face. He caught the store-wide sale on now at the Paint Place. With brands like Richards and Benjamin Moore, the Paint Place had the perfect color and he was out the door. Now their front room is fabulous. What a surprise! Cranberry red. I couldn't believe my eyes. Make the holidays magical. Get 20% off store-wide during the Christmas sale at the Paint Place. When you've got to paint it right the first time. Net items excluded.
Saxon and the Valley, Rush Music Makers One Family. Saxon and the Valley, Rush Music Makers One Family. Saxon and the Valley, Rush Music Makers One Family. Saxon and the Valley, Rush Music Makers One Family.
They're coming! Oh, then I came down out of my town. On to Bay Street with the jumping new plan. Saxon at the rhythm, licking them goatskin drum. The Valley boys on the brass, hitting the rough bum bum. I'm a bohemian, I'm proud to be one. Saxon and the Valley, music makers one family. 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 If you understand what I'm trying to say, when jumping, we don't need no police take you out of the road. The jumping who have a force that automatically explodes. We are bohemians and we proud to be one. Saxon and the Valley, music makers one family. 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 Not that just the Nassau boys, them carrying on so bad. Watch when I mix the Bahamas with the other rest of comrades. These kind of fellas, they'll rush from dawn till dusk. Man, this kind of feeling is called feel the rush. Can you feel it? Can you feel the rush? Man, let's go, man. Can you feel it? I want you to feel it. Somebody, if you feel it, jump up in the ceiling. I want you to jump on the street and pick up your feet.
It's time for your morning business report brought to you by CFAL. Cable Bahamas Limited in its 2024 annual report said that its revenue increased by 5% to $242 million on the back of a rise in demand for mobile services. The report said that mobile services revenue increased by 9% to $109 million, driven by growth in prepaid subscribers. The report said, quote, total consumer mobile subscribers reached 165,000, with prepaid customers growing by 4% to reach 54% market share due to targeted promotional campaigns and device. The report added that revenue grew at 5%, driven by 9% growth in mobile revenues and 2% growth in fixed revenues. And a Junkanoo Supplies store said that friction over the Valley Boys split put a dent in sales this year. Esther Miller, principal at Las Plumas Junkanoo Supplies Craft and Entertainment. Once more, Junkanoo-related festivals and events held throughout the year so that Junkanoo isn't just a seasonal affair during the Christmas and New Year's holiday. Miller told Guardian Business ahead of the 2024 Boxing Day parade that while there was a steady stream of customers to her store leading up to the parade, the Valley Boys split may have turned a few Junkanoos off from participating this year. And a private airline has launched service to North Eleuthera and Abaco this month, taking advantage of the growing popularity of those destinations. Tradewind Aviation said in a statement that it has launched service from West Palm Beach to North Eleuthera and Marsh Harbor, Abaco. They said, quote, service to both destinations will run Thursday to Monday, December 19th, 2024 to May 26th, 2025 from the private Atlantic Aviation FBO at West Palm Beach Airport. The moves to the Bahamas during the cold winter months in the U.S. Caribbean Journal said in an article on the new flights that the luxury aviation brand has frequented the Northeast Caribbean out of its hub in San Juan, Puerto Rico for years, focusing on remote, hard-to-reach luxury spots like St. Barth, Anguilla, and Virgin Gorda. And last year, the Bahamas made a return to STEP, that is the Society of Trust and Estate Practitioners Asia, in a big way, and returned this year to apprise the Asian market of the country's products and services, even sponsoring a panel discussion on compliance and hosting a networking dinner. A statement on the Bahamas' participation in the conference explained. CEO of the Windermere Group, John Lawrence, said in the statement that the discussions surrounding the Bahamas at STEP Asia, which took place in Singapore on November 12th through 13th, highlighted the strength of the country's financial services laws. In overseas business, another jackpot surpasses $1 billion. The question is this a new normal? Remember this moment because it probably won't last. A U.S. lottery jackpot is, and that's still a big deal. Friday's Mega Millions drawing is worth an estimated $1.15 billion, evoking headlines and likely luring more people to convenience stores with dreams of private spacewalks above the earth. It doesn't seem to matter that the nation's top 10 jackpots, not including this one, already have boasted 10-figure payouts. For many of us, something stirs inside when a number ticks up $1 above $999,999,999. The question lurking is, what happens when $1 billion becomes routine and people don't care about it anymore, said Jonathan D. Cohen, author of the 2020 book For a Dollar and a Dream, State Lotteries in Modern America. And what a wonderful year 2024 has been for investors. U.S. stocks ripped higher and carried the S&P 500 to records as the economy kept growing and the Federal Reserve began cutting interest rates. The year featured many familiar winners such as big tech, which got even bigger as their stock prices kept growing. Media and the like, Bitcoin, gold, and other investments also drove higher. And that's a look at your morning business report, brought to you by CFAL, growing wealth for future generations.
Hey, Santa here. I'm thinking of getting a Scotia Plan loan this Christmas.
Hi, Santa. Sounds perfect. With a Scotia Plan loan, you can use it to cover personal bills, renovate the North Pole, or even fund a little vacation with Mrs. Claus.
A vacation after Christmas sounds perfect. What kind of benefits are there?
We have competitive rates, plus you won't have to make any payments for up to 2 months.
Sounds like a plan. Sign me up. Myself, the elves, and Mrs. Claus can't wait to get started.
Ho, ho, ho. At Scotiabank, we have a plan loan for everyone. Sign up for your plan loan today.
Ho, ho, ho! Get ready for Jingle All the Pay grand event with Everybody Wins. You can win a Cybertruck, a split of $50,000, and loads of more cash prizes via Spin the Wheel and the Cash Vault. It all goes down December 27th from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the FML lawn. To earn a ticket to win, spend $20 between December 9th and 27th at participating Everybody Wins stores. The more tickets, the more chances to win. It's going to be live DJ, food, prizes, and surprises. It's the Jingle All the Pay grand event with Everybody Wins. Game responsibly.
This holiday season, give the gift that lasts a lifetime. Financial freedom with CFAL. Whether you're looking to take the stress out of holiday giving or plan for the future, CFAL has you covered. With our suite of savings products, you can start with a minimal upfront investment and low monthly contributions. Get a jump start with 2025 financial goals with CFAL Savings Express. Or give the little ones a head start with the CFAL Education Plan. You can also secure your own future with the CFAL Retirement Plan. This holiday season, make your gift count with CFAL, where small savings lead to brighter futures. Visit CFAL.com today to start building wealth so you can live well. Happy holidays from all of us at CFAL.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, streaming on GuardianTalkRadio.com and the Guardian Radio app, Nassau, Bahamas.
Good morning. Welcome back to Morning Blend Business here on Guardian Radio 96.9. I'm Chester Robards, holding it down for Dwight Strachan. I'm still reading some text messages. And the business of Junkanoo, I guess. We just ended up on that, but it's very important. This person says some of those chronic callers need their own talk show, but I don't blame totally the host to blame. I don't get it. Okay, this person says, good morning, Chester, and season's greeting to you and your family. The coverage of Junkanoo on ZNS was the worst I've ever seen. Why were they interviewing all of those politicians and government officials? They are on television all year talking nonsense. They shouldn't have been interviewing Junkanoo personalities. Because we love up our politicians, don't we? They have the final word on everything. What is this person? Yo, there is a new texter. I don't know if they knew. I don't know what they're talking about. Every single text they sent was very strange. So yeah, you know, in my opinion, I would love to see the Junkanoo groups take some of their best costumes. I know the cruise port has done a wonderful job inside the Junkanoo Museum of grabbing some of the big costumes and putting it in that central glass, that big atrium they have there, so that all the cruise passengers, as they walk off the cruise ship, can see this. And I think it's supposed to be the best lead costume from one of the parades. I don't know which one. I guess they could choose which one. And so they would change it every year, which is brilliant. So we need more places like that and people who would grab a costume from the parade, and people are asking why aren't these sold? So, notwithstanding the fact that underlying structure of them is like usually cardboard and some steel wire, usually, right? And so I'm sure some of them need to be fixed after the parade and shored up. But this is something that could be done, right? To monetize parts of Junkanoo for those people who build in costumes and spending hundreds of dollars on things. Because even if people don't understand Junkanoo, even if people may not enjoy Junkanoo, what Junkanoo creates every year are original pieces of art. And if there's something I could tell you people love, is art. Right? Because some artists around here making plenty of money selling things. I could tell you that. Let's take this call coming in, yeah. Good. Oh, they hung up. Maybe that's that person who say we don't take calls. Let's see. This text message. Good morning, Chester. I feel insulted and confused. What did France do for the Bahamas? Why was it only red, white, and blue and no Bahamian themes? This parade seemed very sus. Should have been called the invasion. Funny. I mean, Junkanoo groups got to come up with themes. Why not France? France's theme. Did they do it well? Did they make it relevant? Was the Statue of Liberty there? That would have been cool. I would love to see a pasted Statue of Liberty, like fully looking like Statue of Liberty. And if you don't know the connection between us, then you just got to go look it up. Also, FYI, Kilauea is erupting. If you are someone who enjoys geography, geology, and all of those geos, like I do, then maybe you care that Kilauea is erupting in the main caldera. No? Nobody cares? Just me? Okay. You can continue to call in, talking about Junkanoo. Tell us how you feel. What were the results like to you? With Saxons winning 3 straight, what's going to happen on Wednesday? You can call us 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Call us toll-free from the Family Islands, 242-300-5720. Or you can text us, of course, 422-4796 on the BTC text line and tell us what you think about the Junkanoo results. But the business of Junkanoo needs to be figured out. It's part of, and I know we've been advocating for a lot more of cultural things to be done in hotels. And Graham mentioned musicians not going over to Paradise Island like they used to. Not that they don't go. They don't go like they used to go. And I think, and I've always thought this, but part of the reason is that there's no real appetite for the Bahamian music of today as it stands, maybe. And I could probably gonna get in trouble with certain people for saying that. But I mean, our music is not widely consumed outside of the Bahamas. The music that we make, right? The old calypso sounding Bahamian music of the past was enjoyed because it was a very popular kind of sound then. And I'll never forget, again, this person mentioned Bermuda. I'll never forget going to Bermuda, the first and only time I went. And I was with a taxi driver, and he was like, "You from the Bahamas?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Oh, Funky Nassau, that was my song back in the day." And he started singing it, and I was like, proud that he really enjoyed that song. But that sound, was almost a little kind of universal in a sense, in a way, in that time period. And so, people enjoyed that. I think we just have to find a way, just like we have to do with Junkanoo, to help people to understand what the music is, and how to enjoy it. Like, we have to show them how to enjoy it, and do a better job at it, right? Again, I believe that cruise ship overnighting, that should happen December 25th. That should happen December 30th. 30th, 31st. And that's when we should have these 20, 30,000 people enjoying our world famous Junkanoo parade. And again, when we think about trying to get 30,000 people, since the cruise port can handle some of the largest ships in the world and a lot of them, then we think about how to make what the parade is something that looks world famous and world class. And as the texter was suggesting, ask yourself, does this look world famous and world class as it stands? Yes, we enjoy it. We enjoy the drama, and we enjoy talking about it, and we enjoy all of those things. But we want to sell it now. And so when we package it as something to sell, even though there's a lot of people out here selling trash that they don't care how it look, right? They even ain't ashamed to put it out in the market. But we should be ashamed if we package something that we say is world famous, world class, and there are tons of Bahamians who can't agree. And we say we want more people to come and see it, but we can't agree that it looks world class or it looks worth buying a ticket over. Got a text message coming in. This person says, trust me, Bahamians are mad about what we saw, and it looks like Haiti and Jamaica Junkanoo, not Bahamas. I don't know about that. Have you seen? I mean, I'm sure you're just being mean right now. But the person says, can you feel the silence? Also, did a leader of a group pass away before the rush? What? Not that I know of. Haven't heard that. I'm going to send this number to the authorities just so they could go check on this person, because they might be having a mental breakdown or something at the moment. Text, are you okay? I'm afraid for you. All right. So as I was saying, we need to have a grand mea culpa in 2025 if what some of these people are talking about is something that we want to see come to reality. If you want Junkanoo to be this thing, you call in Carnival, you call in Mardi Gras, there are a lot of organized parades. I'm sure lots of you love to watch the Tournament of Roses, which is coming up in California for New Year's, and you watch the Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade, and you very much enjoy that. I'm not saying that that's what Junkanoo needs to be, but there's a level of organization to those parades that texter, and I'm sure lots of people too want to enjoy, excuse me, and want to be a part of. And they think that Junkanoo can get to that level, right? So Junkanoo could be the energetic, gigantic thing that it is, but with organization and a structure that allows it to be tolerable and enjoyable, while people sit down for 12 hours in some cases. Again, it just takes organization. I feel like we're so used to it being what it is, and then again, we put people in certain places of position and power because they friends, not because they could do a good job, because they family, not because they could do a good job, because we know them long time, not because they could do a good job. This hurts products, right? This isn't helping. This is you being a part of the sabotage, right? So we need to fix those things that we do. We need to fix our fragile egos so that when someone like that texter says, I think your group was trash and that the judges probably didn't do it right, then hey, that's their opinion. But also, yes, there's probably some fault and flaws in the judging. So when you get that criticism, don't go be mad and try exact some kind of revenge on them, because that's what we do here. Someone row you or tell you something, you go get a stick. You don't even want to slap it out no more, even though you shouldn't be doing that, right? We need to fix ourselves. What is this person talking about? This text message, there's no such thing as world famous or world class when it comes to our junk. This is a new text. This is not any of the same people who have been texting before. There's no such thing as world famous or world class when it comes to our junk. The world doesn't dictate or decide what a country's culture looks or sounds like. Our junk must be to our liking. Some of us need to learn what the culture of any nation actually means. Well, our own people call it world famous. Now, world class is a different kind of judgment, right? When people think of Junkanoo, they should think of the Bahamas, and that's when we say it should be our Junkanoo should be world famous. Now, world class, that's a different story. This text message says, what? I am going to take pictures of these text messages because I need to study them. There's some kind of hidden, are you okay? Are you in danger? I hope not. Let's try to slip this call in quick before we got to go. Good morning, caller. Welcome to Morning Blend Business.
Morning, Chester.
Hey.
Tell them to put Junkanoo in Wikipedia. That person must not be a Bahamian. Let me just say it nicely. Because if you put it in Wikipedia, right, it says it's a festival that originated during a period British here, but it was in protest, and it is primarily celebrated in the Bahamas. So even Wikipedia, even Google know that is the world-class indigenous celebration. I want to say indigenous. Anyway, I have to watch myself on radio, I want to say Merry Christmas to Urka. Look here. You need to do a podcast after the show where we could talk freely and sensibly. We could have capitalized on this. Stafford took it around the world. It was world class. Whenever you said Junkanoo, and he was on, if he was going to COP29, he was taking Ronnie Butler, and he was taking the Junkanoo rush out. Because he believed in our culture. And we didn't expand or capitalize on this thing.
Yeah.
Instead, we changed it to something that it never was. I don't go down Bay Street because I got to find, let me be real with you, but I could be respectful. I got to go down Bay Street, find parking one. Number two, I take in my significant other. Somebody sicking at that individual, hey, sweetness, grabbing them, doing all kind of craziness. If it was a festive, non-crime, right? Like Mardi Gras, I would go. People go from the Bahamas to Mardi Gras. People go from the Bahamas to Trinidad, to Brazil. And the world should be coming here to celebrate a better celebration, not half naked in the street doing craziness. We don't do that. Okay?
Yep.
We're not hedonistic with our... Wait, we can do a real show on this in the new year, okay?
All right.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
one.
Appreciate you. All right, that's our show for today. Thank you. God bless. Have a great day. Be good to each other, guys. And I will see you on Monday. Oops. All right.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day.